What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. I am excited to be sitting down and just kind of playing with some makeup. Over on IG last week, I did something different with my makeup and y'all noticed because I got a ton of DMs asking what I did differently with my makeup. It looked really smooth, really fresh, and so I thought that the garbage truck was outside. Sorry about that. But I thought I would sit down and show you guys what I did differently with my makeup. So if you are interested in seeing how I do my new routine with my foundation and eye look, just keep watching and don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and turn your notifications on so you can be notified when I upload. All right, so I have already moisturized my face and applied sunscreen. I'm still loving and using the Olehenriksen Strength Trainer Peptide Boost Moisturizer. Little goes a long way with this and your face is so nice and bouncy and fresh. Love, love, love this. And I am using a new sunscreen. I was using the Elta MD sunscreen. I love that sunscreen, but I love this one more. This is the Wonderscreen from Dime Beauty. It has 19% zinc. I'm a big fan of it. No white cast. It's great. Already primed my face, so let's get started right away. So the first thing I'm doing, you guys, is my eyes. Usually I will put my complexion on first and then go in with the eyes. And I changed that up. I now apply eyes first. So here's what I have been doing. I just put my dark concealer all over my eyes. Let me scoot you in. And this is really acting like a transition. So I'll just blend that all in, make sure it is nice and blended, smoked out a little bit. Don't worry if this looks crazy, it will look crazy. And don't worry about it being precise and perfect right now because we will clean up a little bit later. This is just really working in that base. All right, going in with the LA Girl Foreplay palette, I am taking this rust color right here and just applying a tiny little bit of it just as a powder to set that cream all over. Next, going in with the Jaclyn Hill Volume 1 palette, I am using the shade Hustle right here just with my finger. And I am going over the outer corner just with that brown and just putting it on the outer third of my lid. Again, don't worry if it is not nice and tidy. We're just applying the colors. We will clean it up later. That is the beauty of doing your eyes first. You can be as messy as you need and then clean up later. Next, going in with the shade SBN on my finger as well. I am just putting that now into the inner corner. And I love this shade, especially if you have tan skin. It's like the perfect champagne rose color. And just blend that in with the darker shade. And then lastly, going in with the Toddy Beauty palette, we're using the shade Aura in the sequin pen. And then just putting that right tucked into the inner corner. Okay, now we clean up. All I do is I just take a napkin and get rid of that concealer that we put in the inner corner and just clean up my eyebrow a little bit. You can use micellar water if you need to just kind of clean that up. Okay, now that your colors are all placed where you want them, just get a clean blending brush and we're just going to blend all of those colors in. Make sure that there's no harsh lines. All right, now all I'm gonna do is line my lids with a brown liner, fill in my eyebrows, put some falsies, and I will be right back. All right, eyes, lashes, and brows are done. Now we get to the face. This is where it gets a little risky, but I promise the end result is gonna be worth it. So here is what I do. I start with concealer. Instead of putting my whole foundation on, I am starting with the same concealer I did for the base of my eyes. And this is what I've been doing. And then I will put a little on my forehead, a little under the lip, And now we blend. I'm using my Real Techniques sculpting brush and I am just packing this in. I'm pushing the product in and blending at the same time. I know it looks scary, but I'm putting my contour first so that way it looks a little bit more natural later. I go right to my eyebrow and I am putting the lightest little coat and line down, halfway down my nose, just like that. And then once I get to halfway to my nose, I am going to close that in right here. And I'm creating kind of like a button nose. So I just close that in right there. And then what I do is I look up and I am going to create a little triangle right here and fill that in all the way down. And then blend. We're gonna go in with concealer next. I'm using the NYX Concealer Serum, just the tiniest little bit. And we're gonna go right under the eyes. Just like that. Like that. Put a little bit right here, here, and there, with whatever is left on my fingers, and we are going to blend that in. Then I will go in with a really precise skinny brush like this. I just picked this up at Dollar Tree with a little bit of the concealer. And I'm going to go down the middle of my nose with this concealer, just creating a straight line. And blend that in. Okay, here's where everything now will come together. You're gonna take your favorite foundation. I am using the Wet n Wild Photofocus Dewy foundation in the shade Caramel. And I am taking my damp beauty sponge and I'm gonna take, I am almost out of this, I need to get some more. I'm putting it on the base of my sponge and I am gonna start at the forehead and work my way down, just coating my whole face with just a tiny little bit of foundation. You're gonna see everything is just gonna melt in together. And you can just see everything just kind of melted together beautifully. You can still kind of see where we have that contour right there, just peeking through. All right, now we are going to set the rest of the face and the eyes. And here's what I like to do to make sure that my under eye area is nice and smooth throughout the day. It is not cakey and filled with concealer in your fine lines. Here's what I do. All I do is I pat my under eye area, and with the tip of my beauty sponge, I'm going to get rid and flick out any concealer that has settled into my lines. So pat, and then flick out any concealer that has settled into those lines. Here's the most important part. Don't move too much, but what you're gonna need to do after that is get yourself a little poof, and with your powder, go on in and set, and just press that powder in. Just like that. Once the powder's in, you're good. But this is going to brighten, but it's also going to smooth that under eye and make sure that you don't have that cakey looking under eye area throughout the day. And then with whatever is left, go on in where you put that concealer. With a little brush, you can kind of just sweep away whatever is left under your eye. And then we are gonna set the rest of the face. I am using my LYS bronzer in Tan just to go over those spots that we put the cream bronzer. All right, going in with the Milani Stellar Lights highlighter palette in Rose Glow. I am using this rose color here, just a little tiny little bit, and putting that right, and using this as a blush and highlighter. If you have tan skin, I think this is a beautiful shade for you. Tiniest little bit. And then with the gold shade right in the middle, the tiniest little bit right on the high points. With my finger, I am going to go just right here. Put a little bit of that, or a lot. All right, we are just about done. I am going to end right now with the new NYX Juice Gloss. This one is in Watermelon Sugar. I talked about this over on IG. I love it. It smells delicious. It gives your lips that glass-like finish, which is so pretty. I love this. I want to get every other shade. So that is it, you guys. This is the finished look. I really have been enjoying putting my makeup on in this new order where I put my eyes first, complexion second. I feel like I use less products on my overall face because I'm not packing it on with foundation and then cream products on top of it and then powder. I just feel like I'm using less products. It looks more glowy, more natural, and just more balanced. So if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to leave me a comment. Tell me where you're watching from. And tell me one thing you are thankful for. Don't forget, God loves you. He sees you right where you are, and you are so valued. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you in the next video.